Thank you, Tim. It's really an honor and a privilege to be here, and what an inspiring set of poems we've heard today. And so many, do this.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How's that?
Yeah, there you go.
Too much?
Actually, no, it's perfect.
Really get going. And so thematically, you've all introduced ideas that are just close to home. And so I think I'll just say, in terms of introductions to everything, I'll read motherhood, boobs, bus, telephone, maybe something else. So here we go. And again, thanks for having me. It's been a real pleasure. The first one comes from Burning Man, because there's so much there that's inspiring. Maybe you've heard about Burning Man or not. But the art installations are enormous, and they're always interactive. And so you get in and you interact with the art. And this one doesn't have an active title, but the title working is Burning Man Playa 2. No, it's not. Tits, boobs, bosoms, bazooms. Twin pink parachutes arc over 2 round trampolines. Come inside, jump, backflip, feel the point of nippledom 20 feet above your head. Be the bouncing from inside. Dizzying. Rest flat on your back and look up. Feel the pink sun radiate through thin skin, this convex kindness, and you are welcome to suckle sustenance, innocent as you once were. And on to motherhood, trials of a teenage transvestite single mother. Always the poet and the speaker are somewhat different, but I am inspired by family, and it was interesting to read Sharon Olds on her Pulitzer Prize talk about being a family poet, and your family takes humor in that, which is generous of them. Nobody asks for that, she said, and I thought, well, my family's generous about that too, and I tell them, at my age I didn't go back for interpretive dance, so it's just poetry, all right? So we're all going to be all right. This is a long one. My son's black ruffled skirt is shorter than the straight denim one he usually wears. We're late for school. Don't dawdle, I say, as he swings one leg out of the truck and then the other, far unlike how my grandmother taught me. Knees clasped, pivot at the hips, feet land together, and stand ladylike. Those were Iowa manners. This is Eugene, Oregon etiquette 20 years later. A little copper cowbell clanks against the glass door of the convenience store as he rambles in, lanky stride long with steel toe boots and fishnet knees as far out in front of him as a grasshopper. His delight in the flounce of his skirt is a grasshopper wishing to skip. The Maybelline black eyeliner, applied like somebody not long past crayons and coloring books, is a stealth acquisition from my makeup bag, returned with a flattened tip, which I dedicated to his shaving kit, grateful we don't share a similar preference in hosiery. At 6 feet tall and narrow in the shoulder and hips, he strikes an attractive silhouette, despite the signature slouch of a 16-year-old still frightened by the violence of the body's jolt of height that put him suddenly at eye level with teachers, store clerks, and muni passengers. Draped against a lamppost downtown, his accidental elegance betrays him even without the fake fur coat. His graceful knobby hands flutter with his story and unconscious laugh. I saw him there one Saturday evening before we agreed I wouldn't do this, and crossed the street, sidled up to his longtime friend from back in the days of Oreos and milk after school and skateboards carving concrete riverbeds in the driveway. And I asked this boy in a man body, like a lifeguard, like someone who could protect if need be, "You got him?" Junior lifeguard assures me with the unpredictable tenor of a new Adam's apple, "You know I always got his back. Nobody gonna hurt him." As I wait, 2 fellows in a semi-rusted Subaru wagon park beside me, eating breakfast chalupas from yellow wrapper, grease-spotted, are watching him in the store. It's a wager, I hear. I hope it is a faggot, I hear. The one from the passenger side is up, and it's the copper cowbell clank I hear. I can see my boy in the back of the store at the refrigerator, leaning on the open glass door, probably looking for the blue skeleton drink with the skull and crossbones on the bottle because he's a kid. And I remember when he was a very little kid, but big enough to run fast and chase the chickens, and then the rooster turned on him and stood ground, and danger was suddenly closer, much closer than me, and how would I run fast enough to grab him up in time ahead of that beak, those spurs and claws? How did he get so far away, my boy with beautiful brown eyes? Chalupa guy pretends to peruse the next soda case to get a look at him. I'm too late. He's laughing. I run, but when I reach the Cracker Jacks and close the distance, I find Chalupa is laughing at something my son has said. Back in the car, as if we're playing a board game, playing Battleship on the coffee table, he mocks my she-mama bear hurling through the 7-Eleven mad dash. Honestly, was your sum total game strategy kill him? He laughs again and bends my rearview mirror to straighten the black satin bow Bobby pinned in his hair and scrubs a fleck of lipstick from his tooth. Oh, on the Motherhood Thing. This is called I Love Me Pregnant. 2 monstrous breasts burst from my chest, painful and glorious, curb feelers, really. I am pregnant and I can hear my good luck snapping in the air. I have caught fish out of the clear blue sky. Your skin against mine often is stabilizing and matters a lot. I can see shapes in the soap trails on the shower wall. I can smell pancakes cooking next door. Oh yes, someone is having pancakes, even in a vault. Right this very second, I can smell them through my fingertips. My tea was steeped with 10-penny nails, but my skin is buttery as a 9-year-old girl's. All the floors I navigate are wavy, wavy, and nobody needs this much saliva. Open your eyes. Who are we this morning? And one stolen from a friend who is in a household family full of females, and he's the only male. This one's called Armadillo Love. I am the lovely Talipatus maticus from Argentina. I am invincible in love and nice to have around the nest. Shapely as a pith helmet with a pokey snout, hood ornament, black bling eyes, front plates, rear plates, and 3 movable plates in my middle of complex neutral colors. I am sexy. My underparts are covered with soft skin and fur. Some call me 3-banded southern armadillo, but to me that sounds combative or musically overcommitted. I am a good lover when I love, which is rarely, so seldom do I disappoint anyone. I know sometimes it's hard to be a mammal. Remarkably, I am one of just a few who can roll up completely in a tight little ball, snap like a purse. This is sad. Nobody wants to be clumsy, hurtful, insensitive, mean. With me, you are safe. Ping, 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 off my back go all those words you never meant to say. How much minutes? 7? Oh, good Lord. You go so slowly when you're up here. Oh, I've done a lot of reading, but mostly to hyperactive boys who I want to go to sleep now, so I try not to be too soporific. I'm learning. Not proud of learning. If we had known, we'd end up looking so similar and so silly. Matching shocks of hair, stiff doddering gaits, lumpy bodies with jowly skin limbs, spotted as bananas. Would we have been kinder? Back then when we were distinctly male and female, sinuous, strong in opposite directions, blocks of sandpaper grating the dust off each other. Look at us, a couple of old laughing neuters, still together with our pointy parts, mostly all ground down. Oh, here's telephones. I love the telephone. I love you. This is called Instead of Panhandling. The unemployed IT guy rewired the payphone on his street corner. No matter who people dialed, he would answer at home. Hello, this is God. He began a list of greatest hits and found what people most often had to say was, shit, damn, motherfucker, or, oh, I'm really very sorry. This was confusing. One woman came every day to ask her husband things like, how do I light the water heater, dear? They became fast friends. She'd tuck $1 in the coin return. Among junk to clear out of our mother's house. I thought the stadium blanket was long gone, but today here it is, stalwart in wool, red and green plaid, housed carefully in its zippered pouch. The matching thermos was lost long ago. It was my carpool buddy in the wood-paneled station wagon. My sister sees it at the same moment I do and registers valuable, and who gets it in a look. This icon of happy times, picnics, football games, beach naps. I thought I had burned it, or buried it, or hidden it, but it's here. When I was 14, I burned some things. My swimsuit, a tank top, a favorite bandana. I didn't want to remember the way they felt, wet, twisted, and yanking on me in the eyes squeezed shut, dark. Somehow the stadium blanket missed my pyre. Effigy of my childhood, emblem of happy times, where a family friend pinned me down, you know you want it. And I had struggled under the weight of him, turned over on my stomach, bitten into the blanket. I thought if I didn't see his face, I wouldn't remember, and this wouldn't have happened, and I could simply unremember this. Seeing it now, how odd. I remember my runny nose grinding into the filaments of that blanket. I want this one, I said. You take the wedding ring quilt. Closing in. Maybe it's the last one. One more. This is called Breakfast with a Buffalo, and it'll be appearing in Free State Review in their next issue. Jacqueline swings her head level as a gate to put an eye even with mine. Chews the house salad and cornbread together, snuffs. It's her job at this South to go to campground, to authenticate the landscape. She's not impressed by me, but I want her to be my great bison guru. Her head is crowned by horn parentheses between which I imagine all knowledge here is invisibly written. Her hooves are dainty as can-can boots poking out beneath shaggy pantaloons. Storm drama unfolding tussles the bunch grass. Static meets gray foreboding above the badlands. I chill and I wait. I want totem medicine. Her great-grandmother would have run headlong into the worst of it, stampeded her threat, sweat and thunder, trampled her rhythm down into the dare. Jacqueline stops chewing and holds my stare. Thank you.